with that job get paid, and it's a couple of thousand, but it's a couple of thousand profit. Actually, looks like the class should be where it needs to be, approximately.
Daddy's stream's going to go on for 4 more hours now.
Okay. So it's 9:45, real time, and it looks like the 11th month does factor in as November rather than... it's been November for 2 months now. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And good morning. So, I don't know that I'm going to worry about doing forage contracts. I presume that the delivery is in... things. Obviously, you're not delivering silage because you need that to ferment, and the only way to get instant fermented silage is in a baler. I can't remember if I do have the better contracts, latest and greatest. I have been sneaking outside of regular mod hubs, so I have a different version of Courseplay loaded, because I went and got that directly from their GitHub rather than from Giant's mod hub. I've also modified the vehicle sales vehicle sales mod as well by allowing more vehicles, and I think it was a shorter period on sale but more equipment. So we have something like up to 18 pieces of equipment on the sale. A lot of the time it's one piece of equipment is listed twice, so not really a bug, it's just that there are two versions. One might have more hours, one might have more months, one might have more different options, so it's it depends. But I think when we started we got the electric tractor twice listed. We've had a couple of spaders listed twice. Yeah, it's stuff that appears twice, and it's like, well, okay. Okay, the class has stopped. I don't know if that's because it's not where it's supposed to be, or whether it's something else. So, can I empty this? No. I think I'm going to park this along the side of the house. So just running out of spaces to park equipment. I kind of want it parked in a logical place. So I'm going to park this right about there. I do not have a weight for this tractor yet, so that's something I might need to consider. Next vehicle we're going to need is the Deutz, probably on the spreader. This is... let's get that out and put little orange tractor in front of the Valtra, because we'll probably be keeping them in the barn until it's time for things. Actually, no. Okay, I'm going to put the spreader on the Deutz and we'll park that in front of the Valtra. I just need the spreader out of the back of the shed. So like I said, we do need to fertilise that grass field, so we'll do that when we can tomorrow. And this tractor has the weight on the front. Well, I have a weight on the front of this tractor, should I say. It's not hard mounted. So put that in there. Oh, we did make it. That's good. I should. Oh, that one. Okay. Put this away, turn it off. Outside, and we're going to put all of these lime bags into here. Yeah, the liquid one does allow you to empty into it. I'm just having a lot of problems with the solid. Which is why I want a front loader, so we can actually do this properly rather than have to finagle stuff.
How do you think Mommy will like this? Well, it could be a Christmas present.
Anyway, so we'll get this loaded. How much lime do we have in it? Can't see. And eventually when we get a sprayer, we'll probably get a liquid one of these. Might get a seed one. The seed one, I don't think there's a modded seed one. The advantage with this one is you can store both lime and fertilizer in it. I think the base game one only allows you to store fertilizer. The liquid one lets you store herbicide and fertilizer in it. The base game one only lets you store fertilizer in it. But the seed one lets you store seed or mineral feed, but not both in the base game. And I don't think there is a modded one that lets you store total capacity of both. Okay, that one's empty. See you. So how much lime did we end up with in here? I do have another bag out there. So lime, 10,454. I think this bag is probably another 2,000 litres. So interestingly, it's 2,000 litres, 850 kilos.
Wait, 2 minutes.
But the weight of it doesn't start dropping until you get down to about 1,000. 500.
Should be back by now.
There you go. So about 500, the weight of it starts dropping. So magically 1,500 litres of lime weighs nothing. Which is weird. Okay, so how are we doing? It is nearly 10 o'clock. Mommy will probably be home in about 15 or so minutes.
That's so long.
Oh. Well, you did have the chance to go with her.
About 200 more hours.
Yes. That's like a zillion.
No, that's 2 billion. That's even bigger than a zillion. Woo.
Okay, so another contract that I can do on my own. How are we doing on maintenance on this thing? Just fixed the safety weight. Everything else is adequate. We are up to 40 hours though. And again, I do like this tractor. This tractor is working very well for us. It's crazy. I was thinking, maybe a 250 horsepower tractor would be perfectly adequate for this map and the field sizes and the farm size and everything else. And it's, we're on almost 400 horsepower. Shades of lawfuls. Okay, looks like the predominant direction of this field is across. But because of the length, and you turn around at each end, keep the turns down, I'm going to do this up and down the field because I have the horsepower to do it. And the other thing I was considering, so I was looking at the Thrustmaster stuff. I think the joystick is $70, which is quite a bit cheaper than a Logitech side panel is. And it has, as I said, it has the joystick, and it has a ton of buttons on it as well. It's just the buttons are in a place, I would have to learn where all the buttons are. But then the steering wheel, the heavy equipment steering wheel is $100. Oh no, I think the joystick's $100. The steering wheel's $100, and I could get myself an 8-way shifter, which is, I think, is about $70. So I could actually drive the power shift vehicles with a manual gear shift. It'd be fun. That is not a very straight row. I'll let you know now, that is not a very straight row.
But I'm making something. So Don't even touch it. I'm listening to it. You idiot. Art, stop! Wait,
I want to watch something else.
that sucks because I'm listening to it.
You can't do two things at one time.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I'm not even doing two things at one time, so leave.
Oi.
Stop. You're going to mess it up.
Hush.
I'm working. Stop.
Can't do both things.
I'm watching it. There.
Ain't doing that.
Okay, then I'll take a break. There, you have it. You're taking a break.
Oi, oi.
At least I can use the square now.
No, you can't, because I just said I'm taking a break.
So you can use the square.
Taking a break. I worked hard on this.
Oh.
We don't even have square.
Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. So stop.
We don't have square.
You don't even know what colors I need, so stop.
I'll look at that.
Stop trying to fix it. You're just making others.
Quit fighting. I think probably the easiest way to do
Dad,
this
just want to stop
is
fighting and you're making it worse.
Use that.
I'll work my way across the field like this and I'll fill in those bits to the right, going back the other way. And oh my goodness, this is so much not straight. I might manage to get this reasonably straight in about 2 more passes. Still, we got that bottom corner done. That's good. Probably shouldn't be turning with that stuck in the ground. That'll do all sorts of fun damage to the spikies. Okay, so once we get to the top, we'll figure things out, I guess. So not been paying too much attention to what's on TV or new streaming stuff. I must admit, I've not been impressed with a lot of shows lately. Funny thing is, on my Facebook page there was someone had posted a one must go, and you had sort of the MCU, the DC, Star Wars, bunch of other things, and it's like, I don't care if all of them go. They're really bad at the moment. Okay, let's see. If I set that around about 180 degrees and let it roll in a straight line, that should give us a straight edge for the rest of this. In fact, what might end up happening is we get to here and we're doing the bit we've already done. Yay. Oh, so I came to a deal with Mrs. Osa this week on Christmas presents, because every year it's sort of a, oh, what do you want for Christmas? I really don't know. There's sort of things I would like to have, but I can't really make use of them right now. Now, obviously, when it comes to buying tools and the like, if they're having a sale, I kind of want to buy the tools when they're on sale rather than waiting until I need the tools. So I bought myself a 20-volt multi-tool pack, which had drill, impact driver, circular saw, reciprocating saw, and a jigsaw and something else, and a flashlight, because they all come with flashlights these days, and 2 batteries, and it was on sale. So I figured, yes, we'll get that now, because even if I don't use it immediately, there's all sorts of odd jobs around the house which I need to have a drill. So I might as well get that now while I'm not doing any work with it. And then, of course, we decided to build a bunch of planters last year, so it's sort of, and pretty much put them to work immediately, at least some of them. So that's fine, but sort of, oh, do you want a 3D printer? Sort of, yes, I do, but I'm not going to use it for, till halfway through next year at the earliest. So do I really want a 3D printer right now? And the answer's no, we could spend our money on something else. So there's been all that going on. So for the last 5-6 years, Mrs. Osa and I really haven't bought Christmas presents. It's sort of, oh, I could use some underwear. Okay, fine, I'll buy you some underwear. I could use a couple new t-shirts. Okay, I'll buy you a new t-shirt. And it's sort of, But this year we came to an agreement that, look, we haven't treated ourselves to Christmas presents, as I said, for about 5-6 years. And while I'm not in a position to run trains on my layout at the moment, I have to take advantage of when specific pieces of rolling stock become available, because they're like available for 3 weeks at most, and then I have to wait 6-7 years before they come round again. So it just kind of makes sense to buy it when it's available, because I am going to want it within the next 2 to 3 years. So we came to an agreement. There is a locomotive I want because I have a fast passenger train that doesn't have an appropriate locomotive to haul it. And that type of locomotive has just become available as of this month. So she said, yes, you can, if you want to, you can buy that as your Christmas present. She doesn't want to buy me train stuff for Christmas because she thinks she'll get it wrong. So I'm okay, fine. So the result is I don't, it's not going to be a surprise, but I'm going to get something. So, did that? No, that didn't bounce. I thought that bounced. So I'm getting myself a new steam locomotive this week. Or, actually, it's going to arrive round about Christmas. Because I've decided to get some what do they do? What do they call it? Upgrades done to it. So it's going to have a crew, it's going to have lamps on the front. Not working lamps, but lamps on the front indicating what it's doing, and a very light weathering, so it doesn't look like it just came out of a museum. It looks like it's been working all morning. which is fine. And that costs a little bit extra, but it's my Christmas present, so I'm going to treat myself. I do, and yeah, Mrs. Osa and I do have a hobby fund each, which we save up for, for purchases through the year. But she has said, if you want a special thing, then I don't mind if you go out and buy it. So back onto the do I want a new PC or not? I've been sort of pricing it up, and it's like it's going to cost me $2,200 to buy a new PC with the kind of specs I want. But I can cut that down to about $1,000 if I just go new motherboard, new processor, new memory, new graphics, and then take those bits out of my existing PC, and I can reuse my hard drives, I can reuse my what else have we got in there? All the other stuff that's in there. Hard drives, case, fans, all the things. So potentially I can cut down the upgrade cost to $1,000. There's a local guy that does it, so I could just go to